Hello and welcome to the Wednesday live stream. My name is Igor and that is the channel that we vibe engineer our beloved Agentic IDE of 2026, which is the Shikigami application. This is the Agentic IDE. Let me show you right away. So this is the agentic coding area, what we are looking at now. There is as well an editor area. That's why this is Agentic IDE, because it combines together two different worlds. One of them is agents world. The other one is the one that we know so far, that we knew so far, which is the manual coding. And yeah, we are combining them together. And without further delay, let's take a look at the current state of our dashboard. Sorry, not a dashboard, but a board with tasks. So how the development looks like. For today, I have a plan to release a 0.29 version of the application. So what for sure will be included in that release are things that we worked on last time, of course, and a few fixes that I worked on off stream yesterday and 2 days ago. So what can you expect? Well, first thing that is that the PHP LSP, this is still in progress, but some of the work that is included in the whole LSP support will be released today as well. Unfortunately, that's not autocomplete. Autocomplete will be, I believe this will be ready in next 2 to 3 days. So today you can expect first support, like an initial support for finding references and moving around the code base, your code base. This is the important thing. So vendors are not yet indexed and won't be the following finding references won't be supported yet, but no worries. This week it should be completely manageable to finish that feature. And other things, so we extended a little bit the databases area. Let me show you. So this is 0.28. So this is in the old version. This is the old version, so that's what we worked on last time. Yeah. And that is already released, which is the databases area extension. So now you can reorder your defined connections. Also, we've added a support for filtering. Actually, let me start. Okay, I'm gonna open a new workspace. So this is who is out of office project. We worked on that project some time ago. And let me start a database. No, that's not the, I don't see it here. Okay, I don't see it here. So let's start the whole project. By the way, who is out of office? This is an open source application, free to use, where small and medium teams can manage their leave absences. Leave absences, sick leaves, holidays, all sorts of absences. You can define your own types. This is fully support. Let me open a README for you. By the way, there is a preview for MD files. We've added it some time ago. Not super great. We will work on it. We will improve it at some point, but there are also other important stuff, other things that we have to work on and ship them to make it even easier to move around, especially in the editor area. Because now if you open any PHP file, because PHP is the first language that will be supported in Shikigami by a dedicated LSP. So now you can only preview files. I mean, only preview. You can edit files, create files, all that stuff. You can do that, of course. But the thing is that there is no full-featured LSP. So yes, you can move from one file to another, but this is not yet fully implemented. In the 0.28, 0.29 that we are about to release today will be a bit smarter, a bit better on that. So yeah, you can expect it today later in the evening. But okay, what I wanted to show you is the databases area. Okay, and we worked on filtering. Let me quickly show you. Yeah, so these are two new fields. One of them is where you can filter by certain by values on columns that you want to filter on, and the values that you want to filter by, and as well there is an order by. Okay, let me show you. So for example, I want to see there is autocomplete as well built in, which is great. So I want to see only approved requests. So this is filtering right away, which is awesome. And then as well you can sort by order by a column that you want. Let me verify. We can verify now if it really works. Okay, maybe start date. Yeah, maybe start date. Is it in the descending? Yes. Oh, yes, that is. Let me see. And now the different order. Yeah. Okay, so this is it. This is available, and as well there's an improvement for file diff preview. Let's not focus on it today. You can verify that on your own. Let's start working on new things and new features. I will clean this up later. So what I would like to start working on today is a small improvement for the git diff list. I want to add icons because now there is only a label with a file name and a path from a root of the workspace, but I want to include as well a icon of the file in that list. So let me put it into planning as well, zoom in and zoom out. And the third thing for today that we for sure have to start working on is a feature request from one of viewers. So last time there was a person in the chat, doesn't matter, and asked for a useful feature for front-end developers, which is let me make it bigger. Okay, can I zoom into it? Not really. Okay, I hope you can see it, right? So whenever there is a CSS file and there is a font size keyword used with a pixels value. Okay, can you see me? We should be live again. Okay, I think it works now. So let me briefly show you what was the feature request. So there is a font size directive with a pixels value, and we want to have an option to present a label next to it with a RAM representation of that pixels value, and that was requested last time during the last live stream. Okay, but we should be online now. I don't know why that doesn't disappear. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Well, from what I see, we are online, so it's fine. It should be fine. Okay, so these three things for today, for sure. So let me start a first agent with a dedicated work tree. No, actually that thing I believe we can do on the main branch because it's a simple change with an icon next to a modified file. So let me name it git diff list icon. Okay, cool. So we have the first agent. Let's already add two more. Yeah, with a dedicated work tree. and that one will be zoom in and out on, if you are in an editor area and you open a file, then there should be an option to make the font size bigger or smaller, and there is also a preview for images built in the editor area. So let's include images as well with zoom functionality. Okay, so zoom in, zoom out, yeah. And as usual, we are using Opus with a high effort because that is, as at least for now, it gives a good balance between quality of code that is generated for us and reasoning and so-called intelligent. So good balance between result and tokens usage. Okay, and the third thing is the CSS RAM support, and as well this is gonna be a dedicated worktree. So okay, so we have three agents, and let's start with the first one. Actually, if maybe we can give it an example. Yeah, so let me modify something here just for testing purposes. Yeah, I'm gonna put a variable. Okay, I'm gonna save it. And now we have, okay, we already have another things, but okay, that doesn't matter. Yeah, let me take a screenshot. Okay, maybe a bigger one. Yeah, the more area included. And that's the one that will work on it. Yeah, so one more time, this is a changes list. For now, we have only M and U. It means updated or modified. By the way, I want to remove these letters, and we only will have icon, and then the color will indicate if this is a modified file of this or if this is a new file. I want you to update a changes list. I want to include an icon on the left side of a file name, and I also want you to remove a letter that indicates if there was an update or a creation of a file. Yeah, so that's what we want, and maybe let's include in it a change of colors, because I don't really like them. I prefer green for something that is new, and a blue one for something that was modified. That's my preference. And maybe in the future we will make it more configurable, but for now let's keep it green and blue. I also want you to change color of modified or created files. I want created files to be green and modified files labels to be blue. Before you do anything, I want you to first analyze a component that we use for the list, and the later step is to prepare design options for us, how we can implement the visual part of these changes, and then later we will move to the specification phase. Okay, so we have the first one. Let's now move to the zoom in, zoom out guy. So now if you are previewing a file, it doesn't matter if this is a PHP file or something else, you cannot well, my expectation was, or is, I should say, to zoom in or zoom out on a Mac with a command and a wheel, a mouse wheel, a rotation, and on Ubuntu, I believe it's gonna be Control and a mouse wheel to zoom in or zoom out. So yeah, that's what we want. That's not something that is available now. Okay. In the editor area, when a person is previewing a file, I want you to add a functionality to zoom in or zoom out. And my expectation is that whenever I am a Mac user, I want to click Command button, and then with a rotation of a mouse wheel, we will either make a font size bigger or smaller. And on Ubuntu, Command will be replaced by a Control button, so Control button and a mouse wheel to zoom in or zoom out. And let's keep the current size. The current font size will be a base font size, so we cannot make it smaller, we can only make it bigger. Let's keep it like this for now. So I want the current font size to be a floor, like a base of a zoom in or zoom out. So on beginning, user can only make a font size bigger and then can make zoom out, so to speak, to decrease a size of a font to the base value. Please include images in that behavior, and as well the default size of an image is a floor in this case. And there's one more thing. That agents should verify, and I believe let's run subagents for that, because they will be the best to verify that. Before you do anything, I want you to run scouts to verify if Monaco API already provides this kind of functionality, and maybe we can just plug into that and make it all work. Okay. Okay, so this is the second one, and let's take a look at the git diff list icons, because there is a question. Let me take a look at it. Okay, so it is asking about other states that files can have, which is deleted, renamed, conflicted, edit, vs untracked. Okay, so let me think about it. So for untracked, I want to have a red color. For removed, I want them to become gray. With gray and a bit transparent, but not too much. And then moved, I guess, could be blue as something that was modified, but with a text, with a text before a path, moved. What else left? Let's answer like that. And okay, the next question. Okay, so these two are busy, and now it's the time for the third one. let me again open, let me take a screenshot. I have to open a CSS file in assets, I believe. Yeah, styles, and then font size. Okay, so somewhere here rem label should be rendered. Okay, let's revert the change. Okay, we've clarified a few more things for the div list preview. And let's now take a look at the CSS label. So one more time. Okay, there is a CSS file, you open it, there is a font size, and this should be optional. It shouldn't be enabled by default, which is a rem label. Okay, let's start the session now. Let's give it a prompt. So as you can see, we support CSS files, and we have in the editor area there is an option to open a CSS file, and then we highlight. Let me do it again. I was too fast. Okay. There is an option to open the CSS file. Yeah, good. And users can, for example, use directive like font size. And if a font size is defined by pixels, I want you to add a functionality to next to it render a label with a rem representation of that font size, of a pixel size. That label should be optional. And we already started modifying the settings modal. There is a PHP area added. So below PHP area, I want you to add a CSS label. Once a user click on it, on the right side, there should be a new checkbox with an option to enable or disable rem calculation. And sorry, it's not RAM, it's REM. Yeah. So that is what I mean. Okay, so I want you to verify from a technical point of view if that requires a custom processor for CSS files in Monaco editor, or if there is a different way to do it. So I want you to run scouts to verify how we can implement that and what is the best approach in this case. Okay, so please spin up a localhost server and present us options how we can design it. Okay, and regarding the zoom in, zoom out, the zoom functionality, for now let's keep it global because that is by default what is provided by the Monaco package. So let's reuse it. Let's not create custom implementation for now. So let's choose the global. What that means that if you open one workspace, then you open another one, and if in one of these you zoom in, then you switch to the other one, that zoom will be applied, from what I understand. Let's take a look. And yes, this is in memory only, and I want it to be in memory only. We're not gonna save the zoom level for now. And let's as well queue a message for the third agent that we want to visually preview the design of that label before it starts any implementation. I just wanted to make sure that you don't forget about presenting us options how to design a label with a REM value. So once you finish your exploration and you come up with an idea, please as well spin up a localhost server and present us how we can design it. Okay, regarding zoom, I want it to be independent, so different zoom for images, different zoom value stored in memory for any other files like code with code or text files, whatever. So let's choose the independent image zoom now, but let's make sure that this is possible, yeah? So I want to have a different value for code files and I want a different value for images zoom. So please verify and please let me know if this is easily still to implement that. And yeah, what is the complexity level? Please let me know how it looks. Okay, and we have options, design options for the changes list. Let's take a look. Okay, so I already decided I want the first option. So icons preserve their colors, but the file name will carry a change, an indicator of a change. So either removed, updated, created. Maybe I think that makes the most sense. We can always change it in the future. So for now, let's stick to the option A. So icons, keep their colors actually, I should say, and then file name with an indication if that was modified, created, removed, whatever. And yeah, then the standard options that we have. Okay, good. Okay, so I like the option A, and I want you now to move to the specification phase. Please prepare the document, and yeah. And let's go. Okay, and the REM support, this is still in the exploration phase. What about Zoom? And okay, in terms of Zoom functionality, we are in the clarification questions phase. Let's wait for another one. Or maybe it already knows everything, and we will switch to options, to the options phase. By the way, I almost forgot. So I would like to say thank you to all my subscribers one more time, especially to the one that just joined us. Thank you. This is the 50. So now we have 50 subscribers, and I'm very happy. I see that you, well, it means a lot to me. Yeah, it means a lot, and that gives me feedback that you like what I'm doing. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you. Please let me know in the comment section as well, what do you think about Shikigami, if you would like to use it, and maybe what programming language would you like to see as well as a supported language in Shikigami, because now our roadmap is PHP, JavaScript, TypeScript, that is partially already supported, and then there is time to bring Python to Shikigami, because this is as well a very popular programming language, especially nowadays with AI. That is more and more common as a programming language in AI related projects. Okay, and the specification is available. Let's take a look at it. By the way, if you click Command or Control, depends what operating system you use, and then you move a mouse over, then you click a left button on it. With a left button, then whatever was detected in the agentic coding area as a potential file or a web URL, and if this is a file, that will take you to the editor area. If this isn't a file but maybe a URL, then it will ask you if you want to open it. So you don't have to copy paste, you can do it from a session right away like we did it just now. But before we take a look at the specification, let's check what are the questions here. Okay, so for now, zoom functionality will be available only in the code editor, and that is correct. Maybe in the future we will extend it. Yeah, let's see. I am waiting for your feedback and your thoughts on Shikigami. So let's take a look at the next agent. What is the question? Okay, there is one thing I would like to clarify, because this is not that change that I mentioned in the settings modal is not yet in production. So let me run the application in a dev mode, and let's take a look at the settings modal together. Okay. Okay, I forgot. So that's how it looks. So I reorganized a bit the settings modal. That's not yet in production. That will be shipped today. I will release it after the live stream. But okay, I've split the left panel into two sections. So the first one is the application, and that means that these are global settings, and then there is a workspace. Excuse me, there is a workspace area, and that means that these changes that you make are only relevant for the workspace that you currently are previewing. So for example, in this case, I am in a Shikigami workspace, so that means that these two things will be applied on that specific workspace. So okay, I think we have to create a sub resource or a child resource for the programming languages, and that will be PHP and CSS. So you click on it, it should expand with a list of programming languages that we support, and then you click on them, one of them, and then the details will be opened on the right side. Okay, let's do it like this. Oh, and there is someone in the chat. Okay, hello, thank you for joining. And I don't know who is the recent subscriber, who that is. Maybe this is you. If this is you, then thank you. If this is someone else, then also I would like to say thank you. Yeah, and yeah, so there is a message in the chat. Congrats on 50 subscribers. Thank you. I appreciate it. So if you are new here and you are not subscriber yet, please hit the subscribe button and smash that like button, because that helps. I see recently that the audience is getting bigger. I like that. Yeah, so we are not slowing down. We're not gonna stop. Our goal, the number one goal for this year is to make Shikigami better, of course, bring more programming languages, and maybe, I don't know, maybe this will be one of the best Agentic IDEs in 2026. Let's see. For now, let's move on, and thank you one more time for your kind words. Thank you. But okay, sorry, I got distracted. So let me take a look at the CS. So none of these options. Let's chat about it. Okay, so we have to extend a bit a scope of that the ticket, the task that the agent is working on. Okay, so I want you to extend a bit a scope of a task that you are working on. So in the workspace area in the settings modal, there is a programming languages button. Once someone click on it, I want you to expand a list of sub items, and one of them will be PHP, the other one will be a CSS item. Yeah, and then if you click on a PHP list item, then you will see settings that are related to the PHP language, and then if you click on the CSS, you should see a CSS related settings, and in this case for now the only one will be REM calculation. So for now, if someone clicks on a CSS list item, we should show a switcher with an option to enable or disable REM calculations. And it's important to make it work only if we can detect that there is a font size directive with a pixels value for it. Okay, but we wanted to take a look at the specification file for the div list. Let's take a look. There's one more thing I would like to include in this task. So I want to make the font size bigger. Let's take a look at it. So I don't know what you think, guys, but from my perspective, this list items are a bit small. At least to me, it was a bit difficult to click on a plus or an X button. So maybe while we are working on it already, maybe let's include a change for that. So first will be to make the font a bit bigger, maybe 2 pixels, maybe 1 pixel, and then add maybe icon buttons for these two actions. Okay, I like it in general, but I have 2 requests. So first one is to make the font size a bit bigger. I'm not sure, maybe a 1 pixel or 2 pixels bigger. So that's the first requirement. And the second, I want you to change the 2 buttons that are at the end of an item row. I want you to replace them with icon buttons. So please present us again design options for these 2 things. One version with 1 pixel change in the font size, the other one with 2 pixel size of the font size change, and then what are options for icon buttons. Please run a local server and then show us the design options. Okay, let's ask what is happening. If the issue is with applying a zoom on the console tab, we can just skip it. Is it difficult to apply a zoom functionality on the console tab? If that is true, then we can skip that requirement. Okay, and we have the REM label designs. Let me show you. So these are options. Okay, you should see it now. So I don't like the first one, as it looks like a comment, and as well this is a comment. The third option, the fourth option with equal sign, okay, could be, but actually if chat, if you can take a look and let me know which option would you prefer, then I will be grateful, because I cannot really judge. So again, this is the first option, which is a ghost text right after. So this is the font size line. We have a value 11 pixels, and then there is a REM ghost text. Then I'm gonna be honest with you, I like that one. So it is a pill. It's like it looks like an additional information, kind of. Like, I like the design more of the second option. And then the third one, this is a comment. Don't really like it because it looks like you did it. Okay, number 2. Okay, I like it the most. Yes. We can change the color if you want, if you prefer, but that you can let me know later, maybe on the Discord server. By the way, there is a Discord server, link is in the description. I'm gonna later as well add a comment with useful links. So please consider joining the Discord server. There you can DM me directly if you have an idea, or if something doesn't work, then you can contact me there and let me know what is wrong. And why this is important? This is important because the application has no telemetry built in, and there is a reason for that, which is a privacy and security of your prompts and your data, because as you may already know, these are wrappers on agent sessions, and that means that if someone would have some bad intentions, then could sniff on your content. That's not what I'm doing. There is no telemetry, there is no sniffing on your content. That's one of the reasons why we build it in public here, because I want to be transparent and make sure that you also trust in the application. And also feedback is important, yeah. Okay, so let's give it an answer. So I want you to implement option B, which is a pill after a value at the end of a line. Okay, and let's take a look at other agents. Okay, so here you can see the URL was detected If you click on it with a Control or Command button, there will be a prompt if you really want to open it. If you trust it, then you click OK, and it will be opened for you. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so the first thing is size of a font. So 12 pixels we have now. I would like to have 13 at least. Let's see. Okay, I choose 13, and then maybe in the future we're gonna make it even 1 pixel bigger. So let's stick to the 13 option, and then actions. Actually, that I will make bigger for you so you can see it easier. Maybe that one. Yeah, thank you, chat. Yeah, so a viewer wrote that there are guidelines for UX in that define what should be a button size. Let's do it. Okay, yeah, good idea. So let's do it. So for sure, yeah, but let's choose 13 pixels, and maybe the agent should verify what would be a comfortable size for buttons. Where is this guy? Okay, that's the one. Okay, so I like 13 pixels for a font size, but I want you to run scouts to verify what is the best UX UI design and what are rules around buttons. In this case, add to the change list. Sorry, add a staged element and revert button, and not pattern but button. Okay. Okay, so I want you to run 1-2 agents to verify research on it, and then come up with an idea what we can do. So please run them, then please update the design that you've proposed according to best practices and rules for buttons. Okay, good, so please move on. Okay. Okay, so the REM makes sense. The design, but there is a one thing that we cannot cover. This is a border, as I understand, but that... Okay, so I want you to refresh the design option and show us how it will look like. Okay, let's include a requirement for a proper error handling. Okay, in terms of the error handling, I want you to make sure that we will show a toast and that we will handle any errors with a wheel functionality gracefully. Okay, and this is how those pills will look like. So there is no border, unfortunately, but it's still it is nice, I believe. So for now let's choose the green color. I think it's okay. And if you don't like that, you can always disable it. Okay, and here is the change for the settings navigation. So yeah, that is exactly what I want. So programming languages label button will be now will act now as a parent for two things for now. Two things, that is PHP and CSS. And then here is the switcher. So we can enable or disable it. Yeah, it looks good, I guess. Of course, if you believe that we can extend even more CSS integration, so to speak, we can do it. I believe that should be possible, since we can calculate values and apply them on the fly. Why not providing even more useful functionalities for front-end developers? Okay, so this is good, and the which agent that is? Okay, so I want the option A, that is a green tint. Also, I like the change for the navigation in the settings modal. This is as well good, and the switcher is nice as well. Please remember to include a short description, so what the switcher is changing actually, so that this is a change for CSS files. It extends behavior for font size directive, so please make sure to include it as well in the settings modal. Yeah, and again, let me say that again, if you believe that there are more interesting things that we can include for CSS files, or maybe other types of files, please let me know. I will always verify if we can do it, and yeah, let's move on. Okay, and the agent that is taking care of git diff list, the list of changes in a repository, just received reviews and exploration results for what we asked for, and that is UI UX best practices. So let's give it a few more minutes, maybe seconds, I don't know. Yeah, seconds it looks, because it already updated HTML file with design options. Okay, and it already opened the file, but it's not yet visible, because I can see the file in my browser. And I guess this will be the last thing for this live stream. So we can decide how we want to render items right here in the changes list. Let's wait a few more seconds. So the agent is finalizing some specification details. I will show you how it looks, and then we will finish that live stream for today. It is already over an hour, and then off stream I will either wait maybe until they finish the implementation. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's still some time finalize maybe at least one of these things and include them in the release. But if not, we can always release tomorrow as well another version. This isn't a problem. By the way, I'm not sure if you noticed that there was an update for Codex Agent, I should say Codex package that you use on your machines. I'm not sure if this is already included in Codex for Ubuntu, but on Mac they've changed a bit internal notification system, and unfortunately Shikigami wasn't reporting that a Codex agent is waiting for your input, or that it is working in general on something. So I fixed that yesterday in the evening, and today that will be included as well in the release, a fix for that. So now you should see as well not only Claude agents status change. Yeah, so now they are both, all of them are, so 3 agents are in the online state, so it means they are not working on something actively, on anything. And that is also the state management is available for Codex. But as I said, there was a change in the recent release for codex, and unfortunately I lost a track of it, and the fix for that will be included into in a release that I will do after the live stream. Okay, and there is a preview available for the changes list. Let's take a look, and this is the last thing for today. Maybe I will keep it in the default size, because that's most likely how we will see it in the application. Okay, so the hitbox is bigger. Row height is bigger, which is great, because for me it was as well too small. It's a difference of 1 pixel, but then there are gaps as well, so there is more space and it's easier to move mouse over an element that you want to really add to the changes list, or remove, or revert. And actually I want to keep actions visible always, because why not? Okay, the recommendation is to not keep it visible. Okay, so let's reveal on hover and the keyboard focus. Okay, I like these changes. Okay, so I like the changes for hitbox, row height, gap, focus, etc. And regarding the decision about visibility, so I want you to reveal on hover and keyboard focus. So please implement the option B. Okay, and there is a spec for the zoom functionality, there is a spec for REM. So that's it for today. I will review these documents off stream, and later today there will be a release, so expect a new version to be delivered to you, 0.29 soon. But before that I will try to at least implement one of these things to include them as well in the release. So that's it for today. One more time, huge thank you to all my subscribers, and especially the recent one, because this is another milestone achieved on this long road that is ahead of us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining the community, and let's make the Shikigami better every live stream. That is my wish, that is my intention, and it is for free and will be for free, at least in this shape. So if you would like to try it, don't hesitate. The Shikigami support is Claude code and codex, so all you need to do is just to install them natively on your machine. If this is a Mac or Ubuntu, it doesn't matter. Both operating systems are supported by Shikigami. The only requirement is to have CLI support for codex and Claude. They should be available, either one of these two or both should be available as a shell session, because Shikigami is wrapping them and provides you functionalities like suspend, stop, resume, and other things, just to make it easier to manage multiple sessions. Okay, so that's it for today. One more time, thank you for joining. If you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. There is a Discord server. Consider joining it, because you can DM me there directly, and let's make Shikigami better together. That's it for today. Thank you. Bye bye.